Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you very much. This has been Nothing But Stuff. We'll see you next time.
This is great.
No,
I'm
Isaac.
out.
Yeah, Isaac. No, that was silliness from me.
So I'm not allowed in this one.
Well, I think you've contributed enough. So
Everyone's heard enough from you, actually.
I'll just be reading from my poetry book for the rest of the podcast.
You got loads of those.
Yeah.
Did you get to that one that I got you for Christmas?
No, the poetry book that I wrote myself.
Would you like to hear a poem?
Yes. Would you like to hear my poem about you?
Yeah, actually. Go on.
Okay, just let me. It's a performance art piece though, so I have to take my clothes off. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. Wow, that was quick, Lewis.
I know. It's called Isaac, and it goes, Isaac Harwood, you make my wood hard. Thank you very much.
Do you know what? I want it framed on my wall.
My hard wood.
I want it framed and put on the ceiling of my bedroom so I can see it straight up. Or Becca does when I'm looking down. Well, I'll be honest, Lewis. I was just asleep on the sofa. So
Excellent.
The energy is so high. It's sofa high.
Power nap beforehand. It's actually thinking ahead. I quite like it.
Yeah, I was thinking, what would the people... Do you know what? I wrote my thesis for my master's, my tactic, my strategy, which everyone was like, "That's fucking stupid, Isaac." But they came out with something later, actual scientific evidence that my technique was fucking awesome. What I'd do is I'd have a coffee, and then I'd go to sleep. I'd just lie down. I'd just lie down on the sofa and go to sleep for 20 minutes, half an hour, and then I'd get up.
Is this at work?
No, on the fucking sofa in my dressing gown. I'm writing a thesis, not fucking businessman yet.
Are you businessman now? What business are you up to?
I wear smart clothes. No one else does, but I do. It make me feel superior.
The ringleader at the circus.
Taller than everyone, so I got that going too. But yeah, coffee, nap, right. It was, got a first with distinction. Just thought I'd throw that in there. On the back of that, me being awesome, I've been even more awesome recently.
Okay.
So there's a podcast channel called Podcastle. You see how I got my tongue twisted there? It's because I just woke up.
I was about to say Podcastle's a fucking great name. Why aren't we called Podcastle?
It's a great name, right?
Nothing but Podcastle.
Nothing but poppadoms.
Wow, Isaac, you just got us cancelled.
No, that's our Indian counterpart.
Nothing but poppadoms.
Yeah, they only talk about.
Well, we exclusively don't talk about butt stuff.
They just
they cannot talk about poppadoms.
No, they talk about English cuisine. That's all they talk about.
The tikka masala.
I feel like that joke just fucking fell so flat.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Come
help
back,
that
please.
I just trailed off in the middle. There's a podcast channel called Podcastle, and it's a long story of how I got there, but basically I auditioned to narrate one of their stories, and I got it, and I had to read. I read it in what did they describe it as? Like an Essex, South London working class vibe. So that natural voice that I have.
Yes, of course.
My well-spoken posh southern accent comes onto the microphone.
I was going to say, that's your real world voice. This is just the one you put on for the podcast. I sound like this in real life.
Now, I didn't lie to them. I never said I was from there. They said they were looking for that accent. So I gave them an audition where I didn't say anything in my actual voice. So I was surprised at every opportunity because they were like, yeah, let's go. And I was like, okay. And then, so that was like a 2-minute reading from a book. I read the first page of Prince of Thorns just in that accent. So I got the job. And then, I got paid $30. So it's like 22 quid.
For the sake of the people, please continue telling this story in your voice.
No, I can't do it like a monkey on show. The whole thing of this is you're going to have to go listen to it, aren't you?
No.
But I just wanted to finish.
Won't.
So I got the job on that 2-minute thing. Then I had to read like a 25-minute, half an hour story, like a 5,000 word story in that accent. That's a different feat to a 2-minute. It's a 2-minute thing. So I made like a little recording studio in my room. But my kid's got this like sofa thing. It's like modular. You can like fold it and stuff. So I had this big. I'll see if I can put it on the. I took a picture. I put it on the social somewhere. It's like a big fluffy little room which I had to like crouch down on the floor. Sound quality was fucking great. So I did the whole thing and I sent it to them and they were like, yeah, we'll come back with any like feedback or clean outs you have to do. Didn't come back with a single one. They just released it. So I'm that fucking good. I just nailed my first narration gig. Go and listen to A Change of Clothes by, now try and say this name in a working class accent, Derek Desange.
Derek Desange.
Derek Desange. That was basically what I did.
D-Dog Desange.
Go and listen to A Change of Clothes by Derek Desange, episode 799. I narrated that. You can see a nice picture of me. I got a headshot from work. Lewis, today I've got 3 shout-outs. That was one. It was about me. The second one is quick and easy. Becca says you're the worst. That's it. That's the whole shout-out. Becca,
well,
my
fuck
wife.
her.
Well, maybe later.
Can I see, Isaac, can I see her bra on the floor behind you?
Yep.
She's a slob. That's what I'm going to say in retaliation. Pick up your clothes, you slob.
Well, at least all the Legos put away. It was just a sea of Lego.
I'm really going to get like the reputation of the bra guy on this channel.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, oh, there's Isaac and that bra guy.
Looking at his best friend's wife's bra.
Hey, I didn't choose to. It's literally the center of the camera.
Dangled it in your face. No, Becca says you're the worst because you keep picking the shittest possible films. And now I love my wife so much. I think there's a little disconnect of understanding of a really shit film. Like Neil Breen was never going to fly with her. And then, well, she doesn't mean to watch them with me. She's like playing Stardew Valley or some shit in the corner. And I could just hear her snorting and chortling and texting her friends about the shit that you've made me watch. To be fair, I'm right with her, like, what the fuck is this, Lewis? So just before we started, she said, tell Lewis he's the worst. Actually said, you're the worst, like that guy in Parks and Rec. I've got one more shout out. Will you let me do it? I've been talking for a while. I'm aware of that, Lewis. But,
yeah, don't worry. The rest of the podcast's all me, baby.
It's great. Can't wait. So there's a website called Imgur. Some people say Imager. It's whatever.
They're wrong.
They're wrong. I saw this post. Lewis, you actually sent this to me before I saw the post because you sent me the song that Steven Seagal. I can't remember what it's called, but his first line is "Me want a punani" as he like sings in a Jamaican accent.
Me like a punani.
It's just the worst thing ever.
On his own album that he has released,
which I refuse to download, but I slightly want to. Maybe we'll do a Christmas special and listen to the album and talk about it because that sounds like an actually good idea.
Live reaction to Steven Seagal.
So the Imgur post was about that song. Did you know there's this song? And the first comment was, let's let this guy just fade out of reality, essentially. Fade away into the distance. Which I completely fucking agree with, by the way. but I commented saying, unless you want to make fun of him on a podcast. And then it was like, listen to episode 7 and episode 9 coming soon. And did like a little link. I promoted my content. Right? You know, whatever. Whatever. That's how it works. This guy, I think it was a guy, did not like it. So first he sent a gif of like, is it Dodgeball and the old guy in the wheelchair just like lobs a spanner at the dweeby guy with a downvote button being like, dude, you're advertising your podcast, not cool. And I was like, it was relevant. And then basically it was just like a little bit like, fuck you. And he just like lost his mind, and it was just really funny. So everyone, if you want to go to Imgur, find a user called
Oh, we're properly calling him out.
Just fuck that guy. Like, get fucked. It's 2 words. It's easy.
No. Don't say get fucked. Just send him a picture of Steven Seagal smiling, please.
Just like flash mob him. Virtual flash mob of Steven Seagal just playing the song at different tempos.
Don't you to direct message people? Don't you have to actually have a certain amount of points on him, Ger?
You have to have like a few upvotes, yeah.
Yeah. So if not, just go on to anything he's posted and comment with a photo of Steven Seagal smiling or looking sad, or just me want a punani ?
Just haunt this guy forever. That would please me a lot. By the way, the guy's probably fine. He just maybe hates the fucking sex pest, and that's absolutely fine. He's more than a sex pest. He's like a basically convicted. Anyway. We're probably bordering on the lines of slander.
We have heard and read and not witnessed, but seen videos making some pretty heavy accusations towards Mr. Seagal.
Yeah.
And for legal purposes, allegedly he's a fucking creep.
I can hear a siren in the background, Lewis. What have you done? Oh, they missed you. Well, I think that basically is going to cover my recent stuff with the podcast thing. So it's your turn, mate.
Hey, Isaac.
What's up?
Shut up. It's my turn. I know you've just handed it over at the same time, but also, hey, shut up. Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, I've got to the... I've got here a little late on this one, but comparative for me, I would say my recent stuff isn't that late. I've started playing a new game. I was off sick for a couple of days, and I was so bored. So I was just like, you know what? I'm buying a new game. Bought God of War Ragnarok. I played through the first one. I believe you bought it, and like all the games you buy, you never ever finished it.
Sounds about right. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. I got a little... okay, so before you dive into Ragnarok, God of War was cool. It wasn't really open world. It was like run down this path or that path.
Yeah.
And the fighting was like, why wouldn't I just do the special move every time? Because it just defeats everything.
Because they have cooldowns on them.
It was just a bit like, it looked gorgeous. Loved the lore. Go Ragnarok.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet by no means, but I was just going to say it's a cool continuation of the story, fleshes it out, and it is a stunningly good looking game. Like, it is beautifully done, and like the mechanics of it, I think, are so slick. It works so well. I love just fucking beating up people with an axe as well. It's just really just makes my day.
Do you still have the boy?
Fuck you. Boy, yes. He's got a little older. Atreus.
That was a nice... I quite liked that you had the little guy and you could kind of semi-control him and he helped you. Like they did that well.
Yeah, and in this one, I think there's 1 or 2 moments where you play as him in the first one. In this one, you do it for like a bit more, but it just builds on the whole story, because like in the first one, there's like these much more minor sort of Norse gods in it, like Thor's 2 sons, Balder, Thor's brother, things like that. And it like plays really well on the and puts a good spin on the Norse mythology. But in this one, they get some of the big hitters in, as it were. And it's really fun, because obviously if you think about Thor and things like that, you think of the MCU one, like this handsome blonde guy who's like muscly and is Chris Hemsworth, he's so sexy. And in this one, he's like a 8 foot tall fat ginger guy. Like, which is actually much more accurate to the tales, but he's like big pot belly, all this sort of thing. No, it's really, really good. I don't necessarily agree with your opinion on the first one. I think if you just treat it more as like a linear, not as an open world game, it isn't. There's like so few like side quests and things, but if you just treat it as like a game story, I think it's excellent.
Yeah, I just lean towards more sandboxy games where I can kind of do what I want, but at the same time, you lose motivation easier.
You never finish games. You need like just a pathway, very straight and strict.
I do not finish games. I get my enjoyment, and then I move on to something else. And quite frankly, I'm surprised I'm still fucking here with you. We never actually introduced ourselves. Welcome to Nothing But Stuff, everybody. I'm Isaac Harwood.
Intro card.
That's Lewis. Ragnarok. Yeah, it's one of those ones I probably never get. I'm going to get a PS5 and Baldur's Gate 3 as soon as it comes out. I was so tempted to buy it on Steam in the meantime, but it's like I'd have to buy it twice, and that's fucking insane. But I want to.
Yeah, I searched around because it's been out for like a year or 18
Something
months
like that.
or something. So I was like, it must be somewhere for 20 quid. I had to pay 40 quid, but I was just like, you know what? It's worth it. It's a really good game.
Yeah, it's
But
just weird.
Isaac,
Way of the world.
we jump from... Well, yeah, if it's still selling well, they're just like, of course we're not dropping the price, you morons. But Isaac, we jump from this section into our next section.
It's just Seggy Lulu.
You know what? It's back. It's multicolored and it is, oh god, it's just so much fun. Play along, everyone. We're back into quiz stuff. And, oh my lord. So, once again, Isaac, I'm not going to tell you what the quiz is about.
It's alright, I'll just guess it out of nowhere. Yeah,
probably.
I fucking nail it every time.
This is also a picture-based quiz, right? So,
That's a terrible idea.
I'm going to describe them because then the people at home can play with the actual quiz. I'm going to describe them to you.
You better be articulate.
Oh, I'm so articulate. You'll get the rough vibe. Okay, so Isaac, question 1. Pick a home. Option 1. There's 9 options for everyone. Try and remember them.
Every question.
Every question. Well, shut up and we'll rattle through them.
Okay, fucking hell, this is gonna suck. Let's do it.
Jesus Christ. So, like a nice, fancy suburban home. Number 2, just a private jet.
Okay.
That sounds terrible.
This is the home that I'm choosing to live in. This is my favourite home. Okay.
This is your favourite home.
Keep going.
So, suburban household, private jet, like city terrace, like imagine, like central London, New York, that sort of thing. A skyscraper, like a nice countryside manor, I would say. Like a funky pink suburban household.
Sick.
A lighthouse just on a little island.
Okay.
Like a big rural farm, or like a big sort of like proper, almost countryside suburbs, American idyllic place with like a warehouse in your backyard and all that.
Warehouse in your backyard. Who the
like a big tin like thing where you keep your mower and you have like a massive almost like hangar garage sort of thing.
Yeah. Is that it?
Those are the options.
Those are the options. I mean, who wants to live on a private jet? Like, what the fuck? They're not designed for... I know you can get ones with nice comfy beds, but no, thank you.
To actually live in it.
Yeah, or like a skyscraper. I've got to get the elevator up like fucking 120 floors or whatever. Like, no, that's just ridiculous. You're not going to live on the ground floor of a skyscraper, so what's the point? I guess you've got an easy way out of life, though. Same with the private jet. just pull down.
I'm gonna fly today.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I reckon let's go country. Country manor.
Country manor. Okie dokie. So this one isn't a picture. You get to pick.
Oh my god.
Pick a type of paper. Cardstock, printer paper, newspaper, wrapping paper, glossy paper, papyrus, fancy, sandpaper, paper bag, rolling paper.
I was going to say, where's the Rizzler? Where's the Rizzler man?
Is that what it's going to mean by rolling paper?
Yeah.
I imagine so.
It's that or baking paper, I guess. I think it's a rolling paper like a cigarette.
Rolling paper? Yeah, we smoke.
I think rolling paper, I can't not choose that one.
Yeah. I've probably used that more than any other kind
Any
of
other paper, yeah,
right?
exactly. That's sad, but yeah, it's true.
Hey, we're not cool doing drugs, by the way. We're uncool and smoking. Hey, kids, just remember, smoking may kill you, but damn, you look cool. Oh, dear. Okay, next one. Maybe these are... There's some pictures, some not pictures. This is another one, non-picture.
How exciting.
How will you probably die?
Bears.
Not an option.
Ah.
Alcohol poisoning, in your sleep, exhaustion, autoerotic asphyxiation, you'll never die, all in capital letters, drug overdose, car accident, sugar overdose, or, the most depressing, alone.
Wow. What were the first 4?
Alcohol poisoning, in your sleep, exhaustion, autoerotic asphyxiation. You'll never die, drug overdose, car accident, sugar overdose, alone.
Shit.
You have a wife and kids, so that choosing alone would be
What did I
bold.
do, Lewis? What did I do? Did I just outlast them?
What will you do, Isaac?
Was it single combat? Because I would definitely win that. What? How will I probably die? Let's be kind to me. I like me. I think I've said that before on the podcast. I just really
Someone's
like me. In my sleep, mate. That'd be nice.
Okay. Next one. Pick one thing that you can have in your freezer. Meat. Ice cream.
Say no more.
Meat, ice cream, ice. By the way, I also did this quiz last night and recorded my answer, so...
You recorded your answer? You recorded the whole quiz?
I took a screenshot. I took a screenshot.
Okay.
I didn't say what I chose, I just got the answer.
Meat, ice cream, ice.
Cookie dough. This one I don't get. Money.
People keep money in the freezer, it's a thing. It's like protected, like from
because it's
the
cold?
elements. No, from that. It's like a solid thing. People don't check it for money. It's a thing.
Meat, ice cream, ice, cookie dough, money, bananas, TGI Fridays, value size corn dogs, ready meals, or I don't even know what this other one is. So I can't. It's like Tupperware filled with leftovers, I think.
Oh, it's a picture.
Yeah.
Right. I was gonna say, why is there no pizza on there? I mean, I like a freezer full of meat. Ugh.
Just a freezer full of meat.
Well, that means I can adapt to any meal because I have any meat.
Well, I can remember a few of my answers that I put on here. I put ice. I love having ice in the freezer for a nice cold drink.
Of course, I use a lot of ice.
What got you in trouble during high school, Isaac?
Ooh.
Not participating enough, talking, pulling pranks, eating in class, absence, bullying, skipping gym, arguing with teachers, or you didn't get in trouble.
Smoking weed. Absence.
Absence. Mine was arguing with teachers because that is some of my strongest memories.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, one day we will get into the fun stories Isaac has about school, about, well, not being there, and my argument with one teacher about a scarf. We'll bring it up one day.
It's what haunts his dreams.
Pisses me off to this day. Fucking bitch.
She was wearing a scarf too, Lewis. She was wearing a scarf!
Don't give away the twists.
Okay,
now
carry on.
This one got me angry. This one is pick a condiment, and you'll know why I'm so angry when we get to the end.
Bet I can guess already.
Option 1, mayonnaise. Number 2, mustard. Number 3, mango peach. Number 4, balsamic vinegar. Number 5, apple cider vinegar. Number 6, wasabi sauce. Number 7, soy sauce. Number 8, extra virgin olive oil. And number 9, duck sauce. Isaac, some of them aren't even condiments. And what have they missed?
Why would you ever just go, I'm gonna get some apple cider vinegar on this shit? It's a great cooking ingredient, but I'm not just gonna pour it on my food.
How on earth has that got in and not ketchup?
Ketchup. Where's the ketchup?
Where's ketchup?
I was waiting for
Where's
ketchup.
brown sauce? Where's brown sauce?
Burger sauce? I mean, that's kind of all of them. But
Hey,
I mean,
it comes
olive
sold
oil isn't
separately.
a condiment.
No.
Like,
You make dip some bread in it.
It's a salad dressing. It's not a condiment.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's a terrible list. But if I had to choose, I mean, I don't just like pour balsamic vinegar. It's going to be mayonnaise. I have a lot of mayonnaise.
Yeah. I believe I went for soy sauce.
I thought you
So I
said
was just-
balsamic. You're a bit of a fucking whore for balsamic vinegar.
I do, but I cook with it. I don't use it. I don't like dip anything.
Yeah,
In it.
other than bread.
Other than bread.
Yeah.
But one food being dipped in is
No.
not enough. Like I'll dip any Asian
One
food into
food
soy
does
sauce.
not make a condiment.
Exactly. God, fucking pisses me off.
I
Man.
can tell, mate. You're sweating.
Oh god, I know. So shut the windows so the police don't find me. Pick a career: graphic designer, professor, writer, TV personality, bartender. Out of those ones so far, bartender.
I can't wait to grow up and be a bartender.
Yeah. Actor, Bitcoin developer, CEO, or sports agent.
Bitcoin developer? That's not a thing. You don't develop
well,
them.
Well, they did, like, a few guys back in the day, and now they're
Yeah, I
laughing.
guess. Graphic designer.
Scum of the earth.
It's fucking
Absolute-
scum. No, we're only saying that. We're saying that because one of our best buds is a graphic designer, and fuck that guy. Love you, Ramsey. So I will have to go writer.
I think... I can't remember exactly on this one. I think I went actor. So it
Okay.
seems like you can just be like a Ryan Reynolds or something and just play the same guy in every movie, zero prep, like go away for a few weeks somewhere nice, just go, hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. I mean,
I'm Ryan Reynolds. I'm
I'm Bradley Handsome Man. And then you just literally just act like yourself for several weeks and people pay you millions of dollars, you buy a football club and go home. Like, easy.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like, very entertaining guy, but, you know, spread your wings, Ryan Reynolds.
Do
Dwayne The
something
Rock
impressive.
Johnson, Jason Statham. Like, I respect that they do. No, actually, Jason Statham I respect more than the others, but that's just because he goes. a lot. Okay, the next
I respect
one
him because
is-
he might be listening and might hunt me.
Yeah, and plus, have you seen his missus?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not chauvinist pigs.
It's the Transformers 3 chick, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're not chauvinist. Yeah, look at this chick.
Oh, fucking hell, look at the tits on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't wait to talk about the movie later, because that might come up.
Well, yeah, maybe. Next one is pick a desk. Now these are quite hard to differentiate from.
Are
so
they
I'll
all
try my
desks?
best. So one is like quite a clean desk with like a gold, like articulated lamp. The next one is covered in like empty bottles, no computer. Looks like a college dorm desk, but for someone who doesn't study.
Okay, so it's kind of like the lifestyle around the desk. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, I guess so. The next one is got speakers on it and an American flag hanging above it.
Perfect.
The next one looks like a
What?
studious.
What
Don't argue. Don't argue.
Yeah, okay. What?
The
Sorry,
next
no, it's
one-
from the top quickly. Sorry, golden something. I
Like
didn't-
organised with like a golden articulate lamp on it. Like nice
Okay.
computer. Looks like a professional desk. Next one, college slob. Next one, doesn't look like anyone works on it. Just looks like there's speakers and an
Yeah.
American flag.
Uh-huh.
Next one looks like a studious college student's desk.
Uh-huh.
Next one has like got writing equipment and a typewriter on it.
Loser.
Next one is very clean. It's got a MacBook there.
Oh, ah,
Lovely, clean looking desk. Everything looks wireless. Next one, just got a cat on it.
It's pretty good.
Next one looks so grim. It looks like someone who's living alone in a studio flat because it's like a desk, but it's like rammed up right against the sofa in like a corner of a room. It just looks really depressing.
Nice.
And the last one is covered in empty wine, beer, and gin bottles.
Oh, good. I get the vibe. I'm feeling true to me. It's going to be either that first one with like the nice lamp and the nice space, or that if it wasn't a Mac, is there like other tech on that desk, the wireless shit, and looks.
There is a MacBook, one of those sort of like orb things, like a Tesla coil.
Okay.
A little stand for your iPhone, and then a non-Mac mouse on a mouse pad.
Okay. Well,
It looks very clean.
Very clean. I feel like that's probably me if it wasn't Apple product Bullshit.
Well, then I would probably say go with the first one.
Fine. You do my fucking
Yeah.
quiz for me then, prick.
Well, you pick. I'm just
Bitch.
saying, if the other one's got like a normal PC on it,
Yeah,
normal
fine.
mouse.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Number 1, baby. I'm gonna win
next
this.
one.
I'm gonna win.
What are you worst at dealing with?
You.
Conformity, criticism, rules, stupidity, rejection, noise, rudeness, insecurity, defeat.
Criticism. Don't tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I'm perfect.
You fucking idiot. Now this one's interesting. Pick a party theme. Some of these I don't think are party themes, Isaac.
Okay.
Number 1 is just beads. Just beads.
Welcome to the party. Oh, I slipped.
Just beads.
Okay.
Next one is pirates.
Okay. Yeah, it's a common theme in an adult party.
Next one is obviously a tea party. It's like a very fancy china.
Racist.
Nice. Next one is like a Super Bowl cup.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl cupcakes.
Okay.
Like a sport, like
Yeah.
eat and watch
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
The next one is just like casino based, it looks like.
Fuck yeah.
The next one, tell me how this is a party theme. It is a knight sitting on a horse in full armor.
Well, that's fucking me.
Like, how is
Yeah.
that? That's not a theme.
It's LARPing. Fuck is wrong with you?
Like, that's an event. That's not a party theme. Next one is like a seafood menagerie, just like a big table filled with like a seafood boil, corn on the cob, and all that.
Okay.
Next one is burlesque, and then the last one is just like a Jackson Pollock painting. It's just like loads
That's
of
cum,
colours.
Lewis. That's cum.
Well, someone's very sick then because it's like red and blue and yellow.
I'm gonna go with the knight because I think what they're saying is like fantasy vibe. Let's disappear. Let's play a game. That's what I want.
Okay. Well, Isaac, that was the end of the quiz. Would you like to guess what the quiz was about?
It's one of these ones where it could be literally anything on the face of the planet.
Literally anything. Yeah.
Last time I fucking nailed it, so I've got.
Let's see if you can go 2 for 2.
I've got big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
What is your favourite music genre?
Incorrect.
Fuck.
I'm going to give you one more go.
Okay.
You're going to be half as impressed if you get it now.
Give me a countdown.
Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Bada 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 boo boo.
What
Oh my god.
kind of
Wrong. No. Isaac, the question was, which character are you from The Office?
God.
The US Office.
Okay. I'm
The
definitely
paper question. It was the paper question.
I'm Dwight.
No, Isaac. You are Michael Scott.
Oh!
You enjoy being the center of attention, but you are sensitive to others' opinions of you. Everyone might not understand your quirks and humor, but your intentions are always in the right place. Ultimately, you want to feel successful and settled in life.
Well, fuck me
Isaac-
if that isn't accurate as fuck.
Yeah, is it? Isaac, I'm going to give you a chance here to guess which character I
Kevin.
was. Incorrect, no.
Angela.
Would you like... Correct.
Yes. Angela was my actual choice. Kevin was my joke choice.
Oh, yeah.
Go on,
sure.
read your description.
So mine... You're a perfectionist and have a hard time putting up
I
with the
thought you were gonna
flaws of
say you're
others.
pathetic.
No.
Try
You're a
again.
perfectionist and have a hard time putting up with the flaws of others. Some people might call you strict or severe, but you'll never back down from your beliefs. I would say that's entirely inaccurate. I don't give a fuck what people think.
I'll give you that. That's fair.
Anyway,
That was
Isaac,
fun.
That was
That was
quiz
good.
stuff. People, what did you get at home? Were you a Kevin? I want to know what kind of fucker came up with a creed.
I wanna see someone posting their results. I wanna see someone getting a Creed and someone getting a Kevin. That's what I really care about in life now. So send us that shit. Send us something, like special.
Not a shit in a bag.
Not a shit in a bag. I'll take.
I won't tell you Isaac's address.
I'll take a bag of teeth if you got them. That'd be fun. It'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
Make
Have
a
you
decoration.
harvested your children's teeth?
Placenta.
No. Isaac,
No?
we've spoken at length on placenta.
Yeah, you can do a lot with placenta.
No, you shouldn't.
But you can.
No, but please.
There are whole
but please don't.
businesses dedicated to doing shit with placenta.
Isaac, please don't do anything
Alright.
with placenta.
I'm not going to do anything with placenta. What I am going to do is swiftly whisk us away into a strange world. A strange world of Italian... It's not Aladdin. It's this is an Italian rip-off animation.
Production, Isaac. It's not
Production.
ripping anything off. Let's be fair.
Well, it was dubbed.
I mean-
we'll say that up front. We watched it in English. This is Lewis's choice for movie stuff. This recording. It's
I mean,
Titanic.
did you love it or did you love it or did you love it?
Did I love it? Did I love it? We'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
Titanic, The Legend Goes On, made in 2000. Bear in mind, Titanic was made in 1997.
Really just hopping on that.
So my first note... The legend goes on, ... unnecessarily, at like 5 frames per second. Because it's terrible. The beginning is just the jerkiest animation I've ever seen. Half the people look like kind of terrifying, but also cute at the same time. Like they don't have enough facial features to be a face. Like the main girl, Angelica, which is clearly just a rip-off of... Well, I've got a list of rip-offs in this.
Oh, yes.
An actual list that my wife helped me put together for the ones I missed. So the main character is Angelica, a play on Anastasia. And from Anastasia.
Yeah, okay, just letting people know.
And then my second note, and then I'll let you have a go, I guess. Cutesy animation, because it's that kind of old school Disney. Everything's a bit kind of curvy and vibrant. Cutesy animation of men, women, and children drowning.
Yes.
That's like the first scene is tragedy of the Titanic fucking sinking, like actual people and animals dying. But it looks like Bambi. So, that's fun. Off you go.
I mean, Isaac, I think it's incredibly bold for a film based on the Titanic. Opening scene, first thing we see is the boat sinking. There's no fucking around here. It's just like, boys, we're in for a tragic one here. Strap in.
I think they can probably get away with the spoiler. Like, everyone knows.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but normally they build to it. Imagine if actually, saying that, it's not the opening of the film The Titanic with Rose there at the end. Like when she's old.
I haven't seen it since I was like 10, and I don't really need to see it again.
It's a good thing we've had this refresher that hits on the main key points.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I don't care about comparing it to the Titanic. I'm just going to compare it to like what cinema should be and what that is.
What I've tried to do is more compare it to the actual real life events.
Well,
of
then
the
we're
Titanic film.
covering all bases, aren't we? It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, there was probably some Dalmatians on there, which is an exact copy of the 101 Dalmatians film.
I've got what? How many? Literally one more fairly decent note, and then a note which is just a list of the Disney stuff. It's pretty great. Or maybe I'll save that one to the end, and we'll just go through it at the end.
There's some people in this who are really going for it, because there's a guy being an absolute perv at one point, and he goes, "A divine figure."
Yeah. He's trying to
myself.
be like French, but he's obviously
a divine figure.
Yeah.
Sort of
I said the sound mixing is terrible, made worse by awful voice actors that barely sync with the animation. It's dubbed from Italian and backdropped with the same piano melody over and over and over. And as I was writing, I saw some other stuff. So this note continues, complete with racist, stereotypical mice like Speedy Gonzales.
My next note is racist mice.
And then capital letters, a fucking rap about party time from a dog.
Isaac, please. Number one, you're missing one of my notes here. You should have reviewed them first. Where I've got the evil stepsisters, another, original idea that she has. No, they're not like stepsisters though. They're like, it's like she got like adopted.
She's like,
but they made her.
They call her a ward.
Slave. Yeah, like she's like my adoption mother or something at one point.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
Okay, so yeah, we've already got the Cinderella stepsisters and the sort of the stepmother and Cruella de Vil, who's like the nasty rich woman whose the daughters are the nasty stepsisters, and then literally
who owns the Dalmatians.
Literally 2 Dalmatians from 101 Dalmatians, the mum and dad. I've got Five Goes West with the mice family. Lady and the Tramp style dogs. They literally eat a link of sausages at one point, like the spaghetti scene in Lady and the Tramp. Like they're not even trying.
And there's like a separate dog in it that is like one of the breeds.
The lady.
It's the lady.
Yeah. It's like the King Charles Spaniel.
But Isaac, I feel like we really just glazed over like a huge point in this film though, with the rapping dog.
Well, that's my next bit because Becca was watching it with me, and she's from across the pond, as we like to say here in Canada,
Mexico,
and then Mexico. The rap is like an absolute rip-off of like the Cheetos adverts. It used to be like the Cheeto leopard or whatever rapping. So that's just another one. There's the fairy godmother, nice helper lady who gives Angelica a dress. Literally gives her a dress, just like Cinderella. I
feel like we're doing a disservice though.
Well, no, I'm just giving an overview of all these things because, like, there's the Little Mermaid kitchen chase. There's the Lumiere, who's the sleazy French guy, like there's Jessica Rabbit with the massive tits and sings, and that's all she does. Yeah.
Yes.
And then my last one is the 101 Dalmatians bumbling idiots. They're kind of like the Home Alone,
the Stooges,
kind of the Stooges. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's my whole list of just blatant copies. Like, it's just all of them shoved in, like, it's making money over there, so let's put it in there. It's making money over there.
We must return to the fact that this is a film primarily based on the tragic of the Titanic. And people are just going to be like, are they still talking about the same film? Yes, we are. Okay,
I was like, all of these people cannot survive. So, like, someone's dying.
Oh yeah, I don't think we meet a character that dies.
Nope, that was my last note.
No. Yeah,
literally none of them die. Yeah,
but so effectively, this is like a sort of two-tail adventure that sort of links later on. So we've got the girl going on the Titanic with her evil. Let's just call them stepsisters, and at the same time, we have this like little group of mice which are traveling to America for a new life. Yeah. And then one of them is also like the narrator at bits in the story.
Yeah.
And then there's other animals on the boat. And then Angelica loses her mother's necklace.
She's looking for her mum.
Yeah. But she's been looking for it since the day she was born. Spoiler alert, we might get some insight into that later in the story. So yeah, but Isaac, I have to return to it because it is indeed party time. Because that dog rap,
it's so good. It's party time. It's party time. It's party time. It's
everybody get down because it's party time.
The same footage of the Mexican mice just like having like convulsions. Like they're supposed to be like dancing or playing the drums or something, but the animation it looks like they're dying.
And it's just like it's set obviously in 1912 when the Titanic sank. But he's just wearing like modern basketball gear, and he's a dog.
Because it's the Cheetos advert.
But also at the end, he becomes a detective.
Yeah, he's also the detective dog.
What?
And then they talk about. I put racist dogs because there's a line. The Cruella de Vil person has a Chihuahua. So it says there's a line. I'd hate to say it's one of us, more of a bat than a dog. And it's like, if you translated that over to a person saying that, like, that's just super racist.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But Isaac, when you were watching the James Cameron epic, were you not thinking the one thing that this film is missing is slapstick comedy? Because
Slapstick comedy and a rapist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, an incestuous rapist.
Oh, okay. So I'm not going to say the James Cameron film had that exactly, but they did have Billy Zane being a bit like tonally like I'm going to get you.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of thing. But no, tell us more.
So there's this other character. He's called Will in this, not Jack.
William.
And there's like the two layers of the Titanic. There's like they only do third class and first class. So, you know, the posh and the poor. And the girl, Angelica, is in the poor, or at least she's been sent there by her adoptive mother, who is on the top one because, you know, she hates her. She's Cinderella. Cinderella and Anastasia, who knows? So there's this guy, Will, and he's like the love interest. So they meet when she's like carrying some like a basket of washing down the corridor. He bumps into her and she drops her shit. So what he does, he picks up a dress, and I wrote, imagine picking up someone's dress that they dropped, and you say, "You'd look fucking sexy in this." Because he says something like, "God, you'd look ravishing in this."
Isaac,
and then when she like has the basket, she's got her hand either side, so she can't move. She's immobilized on her hands. He like puts some clothes in, and then I think it's supposed to be like a cute like brush of the hand, like that little contact. But the animation is him like rubbing her hand. I said, grabbing her hand and fucking rubbing it like Steven Seagal.
There he is again, our favourite.
So she literally runs away. She runs away down the corridor. But I guess it's supposed to be cute. But the interaction he's had is he touched her and she ran away. Then he is like hunting her through the ship. He's asking everyone about her. Where is she? Where is she? And then he says the line, now that I found her, I'm not going to let her get away from me again. It's just like... And then we'll get to why I think he's an incestuous rapist a little bit later. But it does make sense. What's next for you, Lewis?
Well, I just wanted to make that point. Like, it's always harassment unless you're attracted to them. Like...
generalizing, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, harassment is always one of those things. I'm not saying just try your luck, guys. I'm not saying that.
I know what you mean. It goes the same way for the other way, you know?
Yeah.
If the hot girl's coming onto you, you're super on that. If the butters girl's coming onto you, it's like, ooh, go away.
Yeah, I'll call the police again.
That doesn't happen so much. But, yeah.
Oh, every day, mate. Every day. God, so where was I? So, effectively, soon after that, Angelica is talking to, like... It's like an old woman who she's sharing a room with.
Yes, this is the fairy godmother.
Yes, who is an exact copy of the grandma from Tweety Bird and Granny.
And the fairy godmother, yeah.
Yeah. So they pick like two characters, meld them into each.
Yeah,
so
most of them.
An hour. And she says, "Oh, men were less timid in my day." And I was just thinking, babe, no. Like in your day, you would have had the shit beaten out of you if you like didn't cook the eggs right in the morning. Like she's just like, no. Men generally over time have got softer.
She also says, "Oh, he must be a good man because." There's like a kid playing by the railing of the boat, like the last one before the sea. And the Will goes up and like fucking stops the kid from playing there. So this fairy godmother's judgment of a good man is someone who doesn't let a child play on a rail on the edge of a boat. It's like, that's a really low bar. Like, I feel like most people would probably stop the kid. It's like, oh, it must be a good man. It's like, he's not the cunt that pushed him off.
And like, I think it's in the same scene, like, there's a kid playing with a ball, and then it like falls over the edge of the railing, and he's going like, my ball, and you're just like, oh my fucking god, and he's just like, I'll get it, and I was just like, Are they really going to have a scene where he like jumps off the boat, like swims to collect the ball and like heroically brings it back, and everyone will be like, jolly good show.
That was a terrible idea, is what they would say.
Yeah, but what actually just happens is it went down some fucking stairs.
Yeah.
It didn't go off the boat. The kid could have gone and got the ball itself. It's just
My
fucking
ball.
lazy.
So the
lazy.
guy's feat of heroism was going down the stairs.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then my next note was, surely William is dying in this film. Surely.
I hope so.
I was really rooting for the sea on that one.
Becca rooting for the sea. Becca made me laugh because again she was playing Stardew Valley in the corner. And
how's this Stardew Valley?
It's like a farming.
DEW.
It's like a farming sim game. It's
not like space Jewish
No.
people.
No, it's Stardew, like the moisture. It's pretty and it's there was another one that everyone was playing. It's like I can't remember what it's called. Something Island. Anyway, Becca made me laugh. There's a character. There's like a Jessica Rabbit type character. She's wearing like a skimpy dress. She's like the showgirl kind of thing. She's got like
A balcony tit.
A balcony of boobs, and all she does is sing. But she like gets up onto the stage and she like takes a breath to start singing, and Becca was like, "It's party time! It's party time!" And that got me real good. So I thought I'd give her the credit there. I said I was going to take the credit, but I think she earned it. So that was great. And there's a bit later when she's singing again. She sings a lot, but it does this thing. So there is a bit in here where I say something like the whole film will be half as long without the reused footage because they just play the same animation over and over. But there's one where Jessica Rabbit is singing and she's like panning her head. She's like turning from left to right with her head. But the animation like makes her eyes bulge out, and like she genuinely looks horrifying for like those. She's like turning slowly and singing as her eyes bulge out of her head, and it's just like, oh my god. And also,
I have a fun note about her towards the end of the film as well, which I think is hilarious.
Well, she dies. She's one of the only ones that die.
No, I bet she fucking doesn't.
I think I've got a little bit of a joke there too, but we'll get there. I just wanted to end that one. So when she's singing and does that eye bulgy thing, so bear in mind we've been watching the movie for like 40 minutes. That song is just a way for them to recap what we've just seen in the last like half an hour, but in slow motion. So it's like all the key points, but slower. And then we just watched it. We don't need the recap. It's just like
Honestly,
5 minutes.
This film could have been a brisk 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But they really padded it out. My next note is, so this is a really shitty cartoon film, but then like 2 or 3 times in it, there's like 3D rendered long shots of the Titanic.
Of the boat, yeah.
Yeah, weird. Don't understand. Like, why did they put
It's
the
to
budget
kill
into
time.
that?
Kill time.
Did they just buy that off of another company?
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
I can't imagine that they paid for that.
It's very jarring.
Yeah, really, really takes me out of the immersion. I was so believing the story until then. My next note here is the talking animation in this is horrible. I know it was probably originally done for Italian.
It was.
And then they put it over with English. However, like, it's still awful. Like,
Yeah.
there is no language in the world where that resembles actual mouths moving.
No, it's really bad.
Isaac, I've got my first real bone to pick with this film. It's a historical inaccuracy. Actually, there's 2. So the first is the shot is just... They show a shot of the Titanic going through the sea, like dozens of icebergs around them. I think they would have probably slowed down if they were like in an iceberg field, for fuck's sake.
Iceberg field. But yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The next is, so the Titanic famously had 4 chimneys, right? The back one was decorative. Wasn't connected to the boilers, but they show a shot of smoke coming out of all 4 chimneys.
You are such a fucking loser.
Isaac, I can't abide by this kind of just wasteful disregard.
Yeah.
Just this brazen disregard for the facts.
The facts of the talking animals. So the story is that it kind of revolves around that locket that Angelica's mother supposedly gave her, and everyone's like stealing it, and it's going. So the creepy, he's like the skunk, the really rapey skunk that's in the cartoon what's he called?
Yeah.
He's a bit like that.
He's in Looney Tunes?
Yeah, I think it's Looney Tunes. So the guy in that who's like perving over Big Boob Jessica Rabbit gives her the locket as a gift without telling her it's stolen. So there's a bit when Angelica's got
It's not stolen. She drops it and he just picks it up.
Angelica picked. Yeah. Okay, but I mean, it's not his. To give.
Angelica drops it.
Yeah. It's not his to give though.
Yeah. But he didn't steal it.
That's kind of stealing, Lewis. And anyway, gives it to the Jessica Rabbit. She drops it. It gets stolen a bunch of other times, but Angelica gets it back and puts it on and goes to the ball from Cinderella, basically, wearing it. And so Jessica Rabbit's singing. Angelica walks in, some drama happens, and then Angelica leaves. She has gone out the door. Then Jessica Rabbit finishes her song and says, "I know who stole it." So it's like you saw your stolen jewelry on someone, but decided to finish the song and wait till they left before you told anyone.
Isaac.
Like a thief.
No, that is professionalism.
Okay.
Okay. She's dedicated to her craft. She's not going to ruin the illusion.
So my next note is, ha ha ha. I completely forgot how the fucking Titanic ends because I got like wrapped up into all this horrible cutesy shit, and I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna fucking die. That's hilarious. Just completely forgot.
Halfway through the film about the Titanic, you're just like, oh yeah, they die. Well, my next note is, lol, the iceberg comes out of nowhere. They're literally just like sailing along. There's two guys in the crow's nest, and then all of a sudden, it's like 10 foot in front of the boat.
Yeah, and then they're all on lifeboats, which could fit like 20 more people on.
Oh yeah,
so
I mean,
space.
I've got
so much space for activities.
I've got a note later on. So when they're in the sea, they're like, okay, I'll wait until that's the appropriate bit. But then reusing of shots, we have 4 shots repeated in a row of like the bow of the ship breaking.
Yep.
Well, it's like the side actually.
Inside when it like pops forward and all the water
and it goes
rushes.
bang, 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 and bang, 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 and it plays
over and over.
the exact shot 4 times in a row.
Yep.
I was just like, they are really padding this out. And then there's just a scene where they're just bailing water. Like, there's just guys, like, getting buckets of water and throwing it. They're not throwing it out the boat.
They're just throwing it over there.
No, they're throwing it at the boilers, which is super dangerous. It's like, it's more dangerous than just leaving it where it is. Like, they're just, like, there's these guys in the bottom of the boat, and they're just getting buckets of water and just throwing it, like, still in the boat.
Here's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Here's where the incest comes in.
Yes, finally.
So Will is on the boat with what we learn to be essentially his adopted mother. So she has taken him in and raised him, right?
Yes.
Turns out, Lewis, little twisty coming up here. Turns out she happened to have a daughter many years ago that she gave up and never saw again. So that makes Angelica and Will adoptive siblings. And they want to fuck each other. And it's completely condoned. They get, like, married. Everyone's super involved. You realise there's one parent at this this little gathering, and it's both of yours.
Yeah.
That's some questions. Some questions there.
Isaac, as well, have you thought into the implications of the situation? So let me run you through the timeline of what happened in this woman's life, okay? So she gets pregnant, has a baby girl.
Immediately adopts someone.
She gives this baby up because she can't keep this baby. Then either immediately adopts another baby or waits some time, because obviously I'm guessing the situation in her life changed.
Sure.
She became more affluent. She grew up a bit. A few years have passed.
Sure.
So not only is she fucking her brother, she's fucking her much younger little brother.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked up, really.
And he was just like, from the moment he saw her, he was just like, cool, I'm going to fuck the living daylights out of her.
Immediately, and then hunts her through the ship.
So he's basically fallen in love.
If you could say that, yeah.
I mean, he's definitely got a boner.
Yeah.
And the one person that he's fallen in love with immediately is the one person in the world that looks most like his adopted mother. There's a lot of weird
It's a lot to
psychological.
unpack here.
Yeah, I mean, one might suggest that the people who made this didn't look as deeply into it as this, but they should have because they spent money on it.
There's like a kind of weird divide in this film because the animal storyline is entirely separate from the people storyline. There's no interaction really. Like obviously some of the animals are like pets and owned by the people, but it's like completely different stories essentially, which is fine. I'm not really bothered about that. But I thought I just essentially made a joke here, so it's going to be really funny when I signpost it like that. But when all the cutesy animals are on a raft, they're all saved. Obviously, none of the fucking puppies drown. That would be a terrible idea on this already terrible film.
Whoa,
and they panic and gasp because they see shark fins coming towards them. Turns out they're actually dolphins.
Yes.
And I wrote, wouldn't it be funny if they were actual real-world dolphins, super rapey and aggressive?
Lovely. Thank you, Isaac.
I just thought it was funny. Dolphins are horrible, horrible creatures.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're not nice.
I have one more. Everyone we met lived, except Jessica Rabbit.
Who,
but
by the way,
at
at
least
the end
she
of the
brought flotation devices. Nailed it.
Zing.
Nailed it.
So, but Isaac, speaking of Jessica Rabbit, so she actually, because if you are aware, the actual violinists, the band on the Titanic, bravely went down with the ship, playing to keep everyone calm until the last moments. Yep. In this, she's there singing them, but singing the same like racy love song. She's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna love you." It's just like people screaming all around her, like dying.
It's the one song they've sung throughout the entire film.
Yes, absolutely. Because they couldn't pay to get another one. So she's just belting out this love tune while everyone dies. And then I obviously have the note as well. So it's like she's fucking her stepbrother. Yeah. And then we have, you mean that young man who's been sailing on the Titanic? Which is a line which Angelica said. No, Angelica says to what turns out to be her mother. She's just like, "Oh, I met," like in the lifeboat. She's like, "Oh, I met this lovely man. I hope he's survived. His name's William. He's ginger." And she's like, "Oh, you mean that young man who was sailing on the Titanic?" It's just like,
you mean your son?
Was he sailing? Yeah, number one, your son. Where else the fuck would I have met him? Like, incredible. And then at one point they do a bait and switch, so they see like a ginger guy in the water wearing the same outfit, and they're like, "That's William, pull him on board." And it's a British detective from the start of the film, randomly
chasing the Stooges, I think, essentially.
Yeah, he's like, but then he's also like got a fake mustache on which falls off. Like, why?
I don't know. Why? And then I thought it'd be funny when they do pull Will out that they turned him around, it'd be someone else completely different. And they just kept pulling gingers out of the sea, and it's never Will.
Well, but one of my favourite bits in this entire film, I literally had to pause
It's party time. It's party time.
They should have saved that for the end. But she's literally looking at Will in the water. He's like floundering in the water. He's got like a bit of rope attached to his leg, attached to the Titanic. It drags him underwater. And she's like, "There's Will." As soon as he goes underwater, she's like, "Where's William? Where's he gone?"
And they also they see him and just drift backwards and like as if they can't reach each other. And it's like, just row, row forward.
Yeah, amazing. And then my next line is line. I always say line. My next line is so like the second in command of the entire Titanic is the one leading their life.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "No, there's no room. There is acres of room in that boat.
There's so much room. There's 4 people on that boat."
And then we get like a sort of, as you mentioned, like a tie-up at the end of the film. So to answer your questions, and you know what? Big props for them for making the pre-credit scene. Yeah. Which I think is just called a scene. But it's I mean...
It's just a scene.
I mean...
Floppy as shit, Lewis. So fucking floppy. Not a slop in sight. Except the party time dog, which I love.
Honestly, like... if we ever release a Christmas album, we're doing party time.
It's party time. It's a proper rap though, like actual
It's
white
not.
hip hop. No, okay, no, it's not proper rap. It's someone wrote lyrics though.
They wrote what? It's party time. They wrote technically 4
There's
words.
actual
One of them.
rapping. There's verses. But Lewis,
Isn't the next line "Everybody party because it's party time"?
those are lyrics, Lewis.
I can't deny that.
I really hope you pick a better film next time. You've done 2 shockers. I'm
punishing you.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. We get into a cycle of like, well, fuck you. I'm going to pick one. So I've got one which it might raise the bar. It might keep the bar where it is. It's not going to be worse. Anyway, we'll get that
I
later.
think this is borderline between floppy and sloppy because if you want to watch it, only if you want to watch something to be like, this is terrible and I want to watch. This is one of those films which I think is so bad it becomes good.
No, I don't. I mean, the party
If
time
it was
dog.
an hour and a half, I wouldn't say so, but it's literally an hour.
The only redeeming factors for me.
Party time.
I was literally about to start singing. Is it's party time and the incest rapist, because that's funny.
That's a highlight for you.
The highlight is because it's a kids sort of cartoon, I guess, where the intro is people drowning, of a guy hunting a woman on a boat.
Like with a bit of change of music, you could turn this into like a stalker film.
Oh, yeah,
but
This Is You or whatever it is on Netflix. This is a stalker.
Oh, I thought you meant me personally.
Have you seen this girl? Have you seen this girl? Where is she? Oh, I'm never gonna let her go away again. Like that's some fucked up. That's Misery when she smashes his ankles in.
I think to watch it once for novelty and just be like, maybe almost just like counting how many things it rips off. I would say it's worth one watch with a group of friends if you're into watching that sort of thing. My God,
it's an hour long, so it's not that bad. I got 18 minutes and had to check how far I was in, and I was like, fuck, it's only 18 minutes. So, I believe it's time to segue into a segment, otherwise known as a Seggy. A Seggy TM. Because we've trademarked it. Well, I haven't paid anyone, but I've trademarked it. And Lewis, we did a double whammy last episode. So it was you, then me.
We whipped up a double whammy.
It was you, then me, GMing. So now it's you again. So I'm really hoping you've written something.
I have written, I would say 3 whole lines.
3 whole lines. Last time it was Gary Goes to Sports Day. And that ended with calling his giant spider lover from the earth and fleeing because my kids burned down the school.
Yes.
It was like an almost dry episode. Like, it was like a foot race and throwing a hoop. But somehow we burned down the school. So I'm excited to see what you bring in next time.
Those whipper-snappers. Well, Isaac, fortunately, you don't have to wait long.
Yeah, it's right
Isaac,
now.
We kick off, and Gary had to make an exit at the end of his last Seggy, or Seggy of the Seggy. Mm-hmm. So he finds himself in a new town. Ooh. He's in a new place. He is looking to start a new life with his children. Again. So he's moved in. What's the name of his new village?
His new village. Do you have like a vibe in mind of what this place is like, or are we designing this together?
I hadn't really thought about that.
Okay, cool. I would like to call it Hellmouth.
Hellmouth. Well, I'm going to say Hellmouth is one of the prettiest little villages that you've ever been to.
Perfect. It's all a facade.
Lovely. And you've been moving in, couple boxes, trying to keep the children in the shadows, sort of thing, to not scare everyone too much yet.
Yeah.
And you've met just such a lovely group of neighbours. And Gary, you know what? You felt welcome. For once in your life, you felt welcome.
I think I've already kind of like slipped my hand and dripped some blood in their flower beds to help them grow. in the neighbour's flower beds. Yeah, I'm a neighbourly guy.
Yeah. Well, you are a neighbourly guy because you've decided you want to host a little garden party. Get everyone around.
There it is.
But, Gary, you've just moved in. There's nothing in the fridge.
The box of ice.
This problem.
Yeah.
We had this problem recently.
How do these people live?
The cellar. It's cool and damp in the cellar.
The cellar.
Nice.
Yes, you're right.
Good for keeping milk in buckets.
Oh dear. I'm hosting a garden party for my neighbours.
Yes.
I've not got any stocks because I've just moved in. To be honest, they should be hosting a garden party for me.
I know they offered, but
Right.
you said no, dear friends. One of them's called Frank. One of them's called Percy.
Frank and Percy, they live together. Wink, wink.
They do.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. It's
You don't know what the
progressive.
situation. You don't know what the situation is.
No. I don't judge. I don't judge.
You're not rude. You don't want them
Asmodeus-
prying too much into your life.
Asmodeus might judge. My patron and lord. But I'm not
he's
his little
banned.
bitch. I'm not his little bitch unless he asks me to be.
Okay. Well, Isaac, preparations must be getting underway, so you need to head to the market. Now, you need to get yourself a few things. You need to get food for the party. Let's say there's 3 couples. The 2 houses on the
okay.
right and the one on the left.
Not
it's
a
not
part-
huge.
It's a
It's
gathering.
more of a, it's an intimate neighbourly.
Okay,
not
okay,
that
okay.
kind of intimate.
It's not
but,
what I
you
was
know,
thinking, but sure, yeah.
Yeah. But Gary, you feel like this could be a real nice home. So not only do you need some food, you need some decorations, and you need to organise some entertainment. Off you head into town with your basket.
You're letting
Where
me
would you like to go?
set up my own party. I quite like that. Okay. I think so. I can only get stuff from the shops here.
Yes.
What would feasibly be there? Okay.
Let's say it's a large village, small town. You're slightly on the outskirts, but it's a homely vibe.
I can find anything depraved. It's one of my character traits. I will go to the what would we call it? The barbers.
The barbers.
The barbers in ye olde the times of yore. As is it Ross would say? The times of yore. I know it's Rachel.
Yes.
Yeah, from the times of yore. I believe the barber was also the butcher and the surgeon. So they had like a multidisciplinary approach to scissors.
They just didn't give a fuck. Let's be honest.
And blades. Yeah.
Whoever's got the sharpest knife in town.
So I'm going to go to the barbers first. I'm going to go...
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah, there it is. So we go into the shop.
Morning.
Oh,
You're right there. Where can I be having you at?
are you the local skinner, as it were, the local tanner?
Well, I'm certainly local.
Yes, I can tell from your voice. I was looking for...
Yar.
Yeah. Have you got any eels?
Eels, yeah, we've got eels in the back.
You've got eels. That's great. I'll take 6 eels. And
He doesn't even look behind him. It's like one arm over the shoulder. Slap, 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 slap,
Yes.
slap. 6
6
eels. You look behind him and he's got like a tank which is bursting full of eels. Ah, we're the local seals down here. They're down by the river.
Yes.
I want to know how many of our audience can understand a word of what I'm saying.
6 eels and an entire hog.
Entire hog, you say?
Mm.
Well, I got 2 half hogs.
2 half hogs. Which way? What's the split?
One vertical, one horizontal.
You can't do that. Oh, you've sold the other halves. I see. That makes
See,
things...
one fella only wanted bacon and a leg, and the other one wanted the full slice.
Okay, do you have any other whole animals in stock?
Eggs,
Eggs is not a whole animal, friend.
fertilized eggs.
Fertilized eggs with dead fetuses inside.
Yeah, they're alligator.
Oh wow! I'm in a swamp
Over
town.
down by the bayou.
The swamp town of Hellmouth. Right. I'm wondering, what about a horse head?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Don't be ridiculous. Right.
I got a pony head, but I ain't got
Fine.
no horse head.
Give me the 2 half pigs, and the eels, and I'll take a bottle of, is that shaving cream back there?
It's whatever you really want it to be. I use it for shaving cream. I use it to clean my armpits. I use it as a pastry topping.
Cure meats.
It makes the squeak on me wagon wheels go nice and quiet.
Okay, yeah, top of that.
One
and
tub.
Yeah? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, I think that's my meal done. So I think I need to. Thank you so much. By the way, what's your name?
My name?
Yeah,
Rufus.
Lufus.
Rufus.
Rufus. Lovely to meet you, Rufus.
Yeah. Well, you need to pay for that.
I don't. You know what? I'm a little light today. Is it okay if I get you back later on credit?
Nope. No credit around here.
I'm gonna have to insist. My eyes are just gonna, I think, go completely black, almost like pouring ink out onto my face as I
Roll for intimidation.
cast some kind. No, I'm casting a spell. I want to.
What spell?
I want to cast a kind of. What am I gonna do? Charmy person is kind of.
That's certainly not charming.
No, it's kind of done. I think it's a little more aggressive than that. I'm going to do like a kind of suggestion spell. Like I want him to, like, for 8 hours just do a task. I'm just gonna say, I think it is time that you go and find more pigs to halve. And I'm gonna make him halve pigs for 8 hours. He's gonna go out and cut pigs in half for 8 hours. Is that
Fair
cool?
enough pigs.
I don't know.
Well, roll to see if you succeed.
I will. 7. Mixed success.
7. Okay, so you go, yeah, I actually gotta go order some pigs. He picks up, like, a selection, like a big knife and other knives. But instead of, like, halving pig after pig after pig...
Well, I kind of
halves a
wanted him to
pig.
leave and go and find some pigs to halve.
Oh yeah, no, he's walked out.
Okay,
like,
okay.
He's got his own pigs out back that he's
Oh, right.
just little pig pen.
Why didn't he
But
halve
instead
one of those for me? Ridiculous.
They're not ripe.
Not right.
He's not.
Okay.
What's he gonna? You want a whole pig? He's not gonna, like, let the two half pigs he's got spoil.
You're right. I'm sorry. I take it back. Please continue.
You just look out the back door and he's halved the pig, and then those bits he's halved, and then those bits he's halved, and then those bits he's halved.
Until he has an atom.
So at the end, you're gonna. If you came back 8 hours later, he's basically, like, minced an entire pig.
An entire sty of pigs. So imagine.
No, just the one.
Just the one. He just kept going on that one pig.
It was a somewhat successful roll.
Okay.
So
Well,
he got the gist.
I mean, I left a while ago.
Yeah, you didn't stick around.
So I've got my
I guess.
basket of 2 unmatched pig halves and 6
Mm-hmm.
eels. What did I need? Decorations and
Some entertainment.
some entertainment. Perfect. Let's
It's
tackle.
like, come dine with me.
Let's do the decorations. What would make this really show off what Gary the middle-aged warlock is like? What's he like really about?
Well, you also might want to know a little bit about the neighbours. So there's the 2 fellas that live together. They're quite gruff-looking bugbears.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh.
So bugbears are like humanoid, big, hairy. They're not really bear-like or bug-like.
Well, in D&D, they're goblin cousins essentially. They're like
they're like hairy, goblins,
feral,
big,
more feral goblins, basically.
Yeah. I think a Lord of the Rings, but the big guys, the Uruks, and all hairy and all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
2
of them. Two
I just
gay
tried to
bugbears.
explain a really nerdy thing by just using another really nerdy.
For all you laymen out there, remember chapter 4 of the Fellowship of the
Are you
Ring?
aware of the Urukai? With the white hand of Sauron. No, it's actually Saruman. I got it wrong.
You did.
Anyway. So yeah, those are two of them. The other two, on the other side, is like an elderly sort of couple. I'm thinking almost like mice people, but actual like people-sized mice. Like,
Okay.
what's the word I'm looking for when you're human-like?
Anthropomorphic.
Thank you. Anthropomorphic mice people. And to the other side is a beautiful young family. It's a couple of let's say a male human, female elf, and their half elven 3 children, Utter, Butter, and Cutter.
Utter,
Cutter's
Butter,
a bit of
Cutter.
an odd one.
Yeah, fucking Cutter, stay away from him. Utter, Butter, Cutter. That's a great naming. Thank you, Liz. I don't give a fuck about them.
Butter's really slim.
I don't give a fuck about them. I'm going to decorate it my style. I would like to... I kind of just been at the butcher's, but that was kind of my go-to.
Isaac, you're like pure Limp Bizkit. You're just going to do it your way or the highway.
Pretty much. I think I will go to like a paint shop. Someone that sells like paint.
Yeah, there's the interior design place. You walk in and everything's like white.
Okay. Hello, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Hello. Sorry, I kind of jumped the gun there. Shouted hello before I came in the door.
You're right. And it's the guy that looks exactly the same as the guy in the butcher's.
Well done, Liz. Lazy.
No, giggle.
Hold on. Are you Rufus again? No, Doofus. You must be his cousin. He told me about you.
No, I always just do that when I see people come out and they look like they've seen that. I always put on his voice. I actually don't sound anything like him, do I?
Oh, no, you're much more... I mean, he was a character, isn't he, Rufus?
I mean, it is my da, but...
Your daughter?
My da.
Your daughter?
My ma and my da.
Your daughter. Oh, your dad.
My da.
That's your dad.
Yeah.
Can you nod? Or... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Do you have any paint?
Paint? Yeah, I got some paint.
I need red, yellow, black, double the black actually, and
Is that writing this down like red, yellow, black?
double black. And have you got any just like rocks, like decorative rocks?
Rocks, you say?
Gravel. Anything
Gravel.
like pebbles.
Well, I can certainly try. So just like
Perfect.
scribbling this down.
Thank you. And how much will that be?
I have to special order in the yellow. We ain't got no yellow. I want some black. I've got about 1.5 black. I ain't got double black, so
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'll give you
fine.
1.5 for a price of 1.
Okay.
Something like that. You're new to town, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
What's your name?
My name's Gary, the warlock.
Lovely to meet you, Gary. That's a fair coincidence. My name is also Gary.
Oh, well, that's just wonderful. Thank you, Gary. And your partner's name?
I don't have no partner.
Any kids?
Not that I'm aware of.
Who do you love?
I love me da.
Your dad.
Yeah, I love me da.
Anyone else?
Well, I got my eyes on a girl. She's I've got a little bit sweet on her.
Oh, tell me about her.
Well, she's called Betsy.
Perfect. Any physical
She
descriptors?
works down at the entertainment shop. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And do you have any toenail clippings or hair of hers?
Quite a bit, yeah.
Perfect. That's wonderful. Okay, so could you just gather all those bits for me? And just 1 second before we get into the price, and I'm going to click my fingers and conjure a mini portal, just right next to me. Just a swirling.
Are you saying that to him, or are you actually doing the action?
No, I clicked my fingers. I didn't say I'm clicking my fingers and summoning a portal. I summoned like a swirling abyssal hellscape, just right next to me. Are you gonna make me do anything? Roll. I'm gonna reach in and try and grab something. And
that'll be the roll. He stares at that and goes, "Well, that's not something I've seen often."
Oh, fuck yeah, Lewis. double six. I pull.
No, you did.
No, I did. I got 2 sixes. I have the turtle dice again. For a second, I was like, "What?" And it's like, "No, that's a 6. It's a turtle. It's a 6." So I reach into my hell portal and pull out Betsy. Just her like head and top half, and I'm like, "So, basically, I don't really have the funds right now. So I just wanted to say, if you just give it to me on credit, I promise I won't hurt Betsy. Is that okay?"
What's so Betsy's looking entirely confused. She's just like, Gary, what's going on here?
I tighten my grip around her neck.
He's just like, well, I certainly don't want her hurt.
That's good. That's good that we're on the same page, Gary.
Yeah, Gary, I'll be honest with you. You seemed like a fine chap, and now I don't really know. I would have given this to you on credit.
Oh, well, I just, from my last experience, I figured like father, like son.
You didn't think to ask first before creating some sort of black mystical portal and threatening this here Betsy?
I mean, it usually works. It's quite an effective method for...
Well, I'm certainly going to do what you ask. But
Exactly. So
you didn't need to do this, and now I'm
not sure.
Worried.
I'm not sure
you're living in the town.
Is there a problem?
Well, certainly not, sir. Certainly not.
Well, that's fine.
Far be it from me to make accusations.
Okay. Well, then that's great. You gather the paint and the gravel, and I'll see you later. You drop it by my house, won't you?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Okay, bye, Betsy. And I push her back into the portal.
Well, that's certainly a nifty little thing you can do there, sir. And if you just like anything else, you know what? It's on the house.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Okay. Where can I go and find some kind of like
somewhere else?
Some bards or
some bards, you say? Well, I would go to the tavern.
The tavern. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, go to the tavern. Thank you very much, Gary. You're not the first Gary I've met on this campaign trail.
Am I not?
No, it was me, but older. It was weird. All right, I'm out. Peace. As I leave.
He then just collapses.
Just from fear and adrenaline.
Use your just like shock over the whole thing.
Okay, so my introduction to the town's going really well.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't think you were going to go down this route. I thought you were going to try and be nice, and I was going to like actually roleplay the actual scenario and see, like try and stop your children from fucking up. But I guess we're just in the planning stage. Let's keep going. This is great.
Let's just do the party next time. That's fine. Improv. You don't know where we're going.
Oh yeah, we're not doing the party as well.
No, not today.
No.
Well, I'd like to go to the tavern then.
You go to the tavern.
What is the tavern? Yeah, there it is.
It's called the Stinging Ivy.
The Stinging Ivy. Ugh. What's the picture? What's the signage art?
So it's just like someone's face, but like all swollen up red. But he's smiling because he's holding a pint.
I will magic it into it's me. It's my face, swollen up. And just a subtle change. Just make this town my own. I feel like I'm going to dominate this town. And I need some kind of soul commerce. And this place looks like a good generator for that kind of thing, and a good place to settle down with the kids. I heard there's good schools.
For the moment.
Until the abyss takes them. Okay, yeah, I'm in the tavern. What's the vibe? What's the vibe in here, Lewis?
Like techno German underground.
Is it actually?
You know what? Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, how is this being played? How is techno being played in medieval times?
Like a almost like skin, like obviously all drums back in this time, like a skin bass, but it makes more of a like.
Okay.
It's like bowl back string instruments, not like a guitar, obviously. Like a metal back guitar thing, so it makes more of a like shrill sort of sound.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they just do their best, and it's like the medieval version of German underground techno. Are
people dancing, or is it just really loud and people are just sitting around having a drink?
I'm gonna go with half and half. So there's the people which have obviously been there like all day and all last night, and then like the main bard is just sort of standing at the front, really drunk, and occasionally he just goes, "Funky side, let's get Schnell," and then just like head dips again. Let's get quick.
Let's get Schnell.
He never says anything else. He says it about once every 30 seconds.
I need to remember that. I need to remember that.
Funky side, let's get Schnell.
That's a tweet. No, we don't tweet anymore. Do you X? I fucking hate the whole thing. I've bailed on it. Anyway,
no, we go for the new thing, which is better.
Funky side, let's get Schnell. Is it funky side? Funky time.
Funky Schneid. I don't know. Funky tight.
We've forgotten already.
Funky tight.
Funky side, let's get Schnell. Okay, I will go in and turn on ignite all the. I imagine it's quite dark in here for the rave.
The dance floor is
I'm
incredibly
going to
dark.
turn on all the lights as bright and green as possible. I'm like turning all the flames green. I want to make a scene.
Instead of making a scene, like it just makes everyone that's not on the dance floor jump to it. They're like, "Yeah, this is my favorite part in the set." I don't know why all the people in the pub are German.
Okay.
All the people, like, let's say I'm gonna say it's more of like a traveling bard community. That's, in the pub right now.
I'm going to take a different direction with this then. I will lean into the lights show. I'm going to get some smoke on the go. I'm going to get some fucking bubbles. There are going to be glow sticks. Like hell glow sticks that I've conjured. Yeah. So they're like perma fire. Like you see magma like turning inside them. The lights are flickering multi-techno color. And I am leaning into the rave. I think I'm going to like tie up my robe a bit, kind of show some midriff maybe, and get I don't know, just maybe get some like piercings on my face. I'll just shove metal through my nose and lips. Nice. So I'm slightly bleeding, and I'm just gonna have a bit of a party and try and party close to the musicians and kind of like see if they can get my vibe. And I'm gonna show off that I'm making this happen.
Yeah, it works. This is all pretty low level stuff for you to do, mainly aesthetic things. You get like a young sort of like half dragon girl who's also got piercings come up to you and she's like, "Yeah, you're like totally cool. Like, we should hang out sometime, you know?"
Okay. Thank you, darling, but actually I'm too busy getting Schnell. And
yeah, we should go in the back room. I'll suck your tail.
I'm gonna ignore your avenue that you're taking, Lewis. I would like to roll for.
It's about role-playing games is about challenging
and fucking your friend's mind.
Whoa! I don't want to do that.
Whoa!
Calm down.
That's where you hold up a big X, a big black X. You know, that's not cool. I want to roll for like how enamored the entertainers are, the bard troupe.
Well, how much they're in love with what's going on.
How much?
You can roll like basically a performance check to like see how you like rise and fall, like the crests of songs and how well you match it.
I'm trying to like get them to do my party for free. Is my kind of vibe. I don't have any money. I'm trying to get them to come for another party.
What are you doing to achieve that? Other than you're just making the current place that they're partying better. Why would they leave?
I'm making it better to show that I know a good time. I'm trying to be friends. I'm trying to like earn their favor by making their party better now, so I can be like, "Hey, I fucking made that cool for you. Come over with me." I'm like, I'm trying to get involved, trying to talk to them, trying to say I'm new in town. I got some really cool friends. You got to meet my kids.
You're so funny.
And I can get the best snortables in the plains. Snortables.
Oh my god, you got a connection for that?
I thought it was a German guy. Fuck this Dragonborn chick. I don't want her.
Okay.
I'm like actively repelling her. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm like ignoring her. Sometimes I might just like hand off her face like a rugby player.
Just punch her.
No, more like an open palmed push on the face. It's not a slap. It's not a punch. It's just like fuck
Just
off. Yeah, just pushing her face with my hand.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
then roll to see how enticing you are to the Funky Sight group.
That's a 4. It's a double 2.
That's a 4. I don't know. We're really enjoying the Schnell going on around here, you know. Let's get Schnell, everyone. Schnell, Schnell, Schnell.
It's funny because your camera is shaking. It's extra Schnell. Okay. I'm gonna do.
Cool Trank! And then they go into the next dance.
I will conjure said snortables, but these ones aren't. I mean, they make you feel really great for like a minute or two, but then they enslave you to me. So,
All the ones that I really like doing in real life.
yeah, exactly. I am the addiction.
Don't worry, Mum, I'm joking.
It's
I only
actually
smoke drugs.
it's.
I'm joking. Only inject them. I'm joking.
It's actually just like ground up Gary essence.
What
that
would you describe? Does one make Gary essence?
Well, you extract a little bit of essence from the lymph nodes, but you have to condense them in a rotary evaporator. I've carried those with me.
would you please roll to test the potency of your Gary juice?
My Gary juice. I call it my Gary Go juice. Ooh, it's pretty good. 9.
So yeah, they enjoy the Gary Go juice. They're like, okay, but we'll come along and see how it is. But if it's boring, we're leaving.
Gary takes that as a threat and tugs on the magical link that I've just made with them by giving them some of my essence. And I'm going to cause them severe agony for a split second.
Ooh, what was that? That's crazy. I didn't like that.
More
We got
of
some
that.
more of that, what do you call it? Go Gary juice? Go Gary juice?
Gary juice. So much more. And other kind of, should we call them vices? Let's go over to my place. We can set up the party. You can get your troops set up. And I think we've got a good party on our hands, everyone.
Okay, Schnell, everyone! And we will close it off there and see how that goes next time. Isaac, that was RPG stuff. Now, we're running a little long.
As we do every episode.
We are never a consistent length. Ha ha ha. So, rounding off the last bit of the episode, I'm sure everyone's tired and wants to go to bed. I know you're sleepy, Ryan. We're nearly done. Ha ha ha. Hi, Ryan. So, Isaac, are there any last moments, any last thoughts you'd like to go through?
Last moments.
Yeah.
That's death. No, I think we've covered it. So everyone, more reviews, please tell everyone, friends and enemies, anyone. Just it's fun, right? We're fun, right?
Mummy said so.
Email us at nothingbutstuff, 2 T's in the butt, at gmail.com. We wanna hear from you a bit more. I want suggestions. What do you like? What don't you like? Do you have any cool quizzes? Do you have movie ideas? Just anything, really. Just like give us something, because we're running out of ideas.
I like sausage rolls. I don't like traffic. There's something.
Or poop in a bag.
Well, it depends on the context.
Patreon on the texture.
No, more like if
Aroma.
If it was my own poo in the bag and it was that or shit my pants, I'd prefer the poo in the bag. If you were
Yeah.
a nappy could be considered a bag. We're getting into too much detail here.
Okay. Patreon / nothing but stuff. 2 T's in the butt. Please follow us on Instagram and Threads at NB Stuff Podcast. Twitter /X. I mean, fuck that shit. I don't give a crap about that anymore. I do have our next movie. I've gone for something I don't think I've seen. I might have seen it as a kid because it was made in 1990, the year of my birth. And it's one of those movies, it's mentioned loads. I probably know loads of scenes from like pop culture, probably Family Guy.
Right.
I have never seen it. I've kind of always wanted to, and I thought it was time to do so. 1990s, Kevin Bacon in Tremors.
I so thought you were going to say Footloose, and I was so excited for a second.
No, I don't think
love
I've ever
Footloose.
seen. I don't think I've ever seen Footloose.
Oh man,
I don't think I've
we
seen
should watch
it.
Footloose instead. I love
No,
it.
let's do
but
Tremors,
I've
because
heard good things.
we've got Tremors, Tremors 2, Tremors 3, Tremors 4, Tremors Shrieker Island. That was made in 2020.
I think one of the things I know about the film Tremors is that isn't this the one where Kevin Bacon said that he thought that he'd hit rock bottom and his career was over?
Maybe. It's got 88% Rotten Tomatoes. It's one of those things that like loads of people know about, but I just don't really know anything. Anyway, Valentine and Earl, two handymen staying in Perfection, Nevada, decide to leave the town, but stumble upon a dead body of a friend. Okay. They find
Of a friend?
Of a friend. They find that strange underground creatures are killing people. So, horror sci-fi, I think tongue-in-cheek, very 90s. I'm a little bit psyched, I'll be honest. It's a comedy horror, apparently. And from the 90s, that sounds fantastic to me. I'm game. Are you game?
No.
You're not game? You're not game at all?
No.
Okay, fine. So we're going to do that, Lewis. And
I mean, you are.
I think that is it. Lewis, do you want to play us out, Johnny?
Yeah, thanks everyone. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your parents, tell your grandparents. Make them want to not hang out with you anymore because you like listening to this. And I remember, Lewis, don't say anything corny right at the end. I love you guys. Bye. Funky side, let's get Schnell.
Funky side. Let's get Schnell.
Funky side, let's get Schnell. Funky side, let's get. I don't know, we're really enjoying the Schnell going on around here, you know. Let's get Schnell, everyone. Schnell, 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 Schnell.